In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about design systems and ways you can implement them into your next project. So first, what is a design system? As the name implies, a design system is a systematic approach to product development, complete with guidelines, principles, assets, and code. It shines a light on how a team designs, making it a fantastic tool for scaling your product. When your team comprises of designers and developers, a design system is a great way to enforce certain practices and keeps the brand voice consistent and strong among all of the products of a brand. There are several components of a design system. Design language, which defines typography, colours, icons, tone of voice, and more. This is the essence of your brand in a digital context. The design kit is a library of shared styles, components, and assets which can be used by teams to prototype new products quickly. The component library, it's a reusable set of front-end components in code. We use React Storybook to sandbox these components, allowing us to develop them in isolation and give visibility to both designers and developers before they go into production. It's essentially a big box of Lego UI pieces that can be assembled in many different ways. Finally, there should be a clear set of standards and guides in place to document how and when to use all of these tools. It takes those Lego pieces and then tells you when and why to use them. It should include key information about the brand identity, UX guidelines, code standards, processes, external resources, and more. This documentation is the thing that puts a true design system apart from a pattern library. So why use design systems in your projects? Most brands have brand guidelines, which are a great way to guide on how to implement a brand's language. A design system goes further with that concept with tools that teams can use to put those philosophies into practice. The main reason to implement a design system is for the consistency and scalability it ensures. Most brands interface with their customers in more than one way. If you have an app, you probably have a website. You probably have emails that go out to customers. You might have printed materials, business cards, brochures, signage. And if your business is growing, then there's plenty of ways that you'll interface with your customers that you don't even know about yet. With a well put together design system, every team member on the project has all of the brand assets, components and guidelines available to them to ensure every product is on brand. So what does a design system look like and how do you implement one? For designers, there's plenty of tools available to provide things like typography, colours, sizing across multiple different projects. Adobe XD lets you link assets, Sketch has libraries, and InVision even has a dedicated design system manager. For developers, one of the key things is to implement a theme and a shared set of version-controlled components which can be used across all projects within a brand. We've used Bit or NPM in the past to create a component library, and each component comes with a sandbox for demoing, documentation, and clear guidelines on how and where to use it. This video has just scratched the surface on the topic that is design systems, but I hope it's given you an insight into how it could help turn your organisation into a product design force.